Empress Eubanks, recording Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry. I am slightly hoarse. I think I have a little bit of a case of laryngitis, some type of allergy or cold. Anyway, I will be doing my 100% best. Mr. Avery has come by the house late at night, page 62, to visit the Logans, to let them know some news. The rain softened upon the roof, and we could hear Mom asking, "But why? Why are they writing? What's happened?" The kids are obviously spying, trying to hear what's going on out in the front room. "I don't rightly know," said Mr. Avery, "but y'all knows how they is. Anytime they thinks we stepping out of our place, they feels like they gotta stop us. You know, the way, what some of them done to the berries." He paused. Remember, this is Mississippi 1930s. This is a time where they're facing over 3,000 unsolved lynchings. Murders by hanging and burning, where people were mutilated, bodies were just done in a way in which was so horrific. It seemed like the people that done them couldn't have been human. But what it was the concept of white supremacy due to slavery being an institution that ended yet didn't end in America. Because its continued legacy is within the psyche of all people of the Americas, specifically and most effectively in the African American and the European American. And you can see here how during this time in Mississippi 1930s, some Caucasian or European Americans were not evil. They were not. Because the Logans wouldn't have gotten their land if they were all evil. But the concept that one race was superior to another and that the happiness of that race was more important, white supremacy robs humanity. It robs those that think that way of their humanity, their ability to understand that we are a human race. So let's continue. He paused, then went on bitterly. "It don't take but a little nothing to set them devilish night men on." "But something must have happened," Big Ma said. How you know about it?" "All I can tell you, Miss Caroline, is what Fanny told me when she was leaving the Grangers this evening. She just finished up the supper dishes when Mr. Granger came home with Mr. Grimes. Y'all know, that white school's bus driver and two other men's." A clap of deafening thunder drowned Mr. Avery's words, and the rain quickened, and the conversation was lost. Very dramatic, exaggerated moment. What literary device is that? Pause. Write that down. Make a sticky note. Write it on your annotation sheet. I grabbed Stacy's arm. "Stacy, they're coming after us." "What?" squeaked Christopher John. "Hush," Stacy said harshly. "And Cassie, let go. That hurts." "Stacy, somebody must have seen it and told on us," I persisted. "No," replied Stacy unconvincingly. It couldn't be. "Couldn't be?" cried Christopher John in a panic. "Well, what you mean it couldn't be?" "Stacy," said little man excitedly. "Well, what you think they're going to do to us? Burn us up?" "Nothing," Stacy exclaimed, standing up suddenly. "Now, why don't y'all go to bed like y'all supposed to?" We were stunned by his attitude. He sounded like Mama. I told him so. He collapsed in silence by the door, breathing hard, and although I could not see him, I knew that his face was drawn and that his eyes had taken on a haggard look. I touched his arm lightly. "Ain't no call to go blaming yourself," I said. "We all done it. But I got us into it," he said listlessly. "But I got us into it listlessly." Good vocabulary word. "But we all wanted to do it," I comforted. "Not me," denied Christopher John. All I wanted to do was eat my lunch. Shh, hissed little man. I can hear him again. I better go tell Mr. Morrison. Mr. Avery was saying, he out back. I'll tell him, said Mama. We could hear the side door open, and we scrambled up. Cassie, get back to your room, quick, Stacy whispered. They probably come to check on us now. But what do we do? Nothing now, Casey. Cassie, them men probably won't even come here. Not even near here. Y'all really believe that? Asked Christopher John hopefully. But shouldn't we tell Mama? I asked, no. We can never ever tell anybody, declared Stacy adamantly. No. Now, go on. Hurry. Footsteps neared the door. I dashed onto the porch, hastened back to my own room where I jumped under the bed covers with my clothes still on, shivering. I pulled the heavy patchwork quilt up to my chin. A few moments later, Big Ma came in, leaving the door to Mama's room open, knowing that she would be suspicious of such an early surrender to sleep. I sighed softly and, making sleepy little sounds, turned into my stomach. Say, carefully, not to expose my shirt sleeves, obviously satisfied by my performance. Big Ma tucked the covers more closely around me, smoothed my hair gently. Then she stooped and started fishing for something under our bed. I opened my eyes. Now what the devil was she looking for down there? While she was searching, I heard Mama approaching. I closed my eyes again. Mama? Stacy, what you doing up? Let me help. Help with what? With whatever's the matter. Mama was silent a moment, then said softly, thank you, Stacy. But Big Ma and I can handle it. But Papa told me I have to help you. And you do. More than you know. But right now, you could help me most by going back to bed. It's school day tomorrow, remember? But Ma, if I need you, I'll call you. I promise. I heard Stacy walk slowly away. Then Mama whispered in the doorway, Cassie asleep. Yeah, honey, Big Ma said. Go on, sit back down. I'll be out in a minute. Then Ma stood up and turned down the wick of the kerosene lamp. As she left the room, my eyes popped open again, and I saw her outlined in the doorway, a rifle in her hands. Then she closed the door, and I was left to see the darkness. For long minutes, I waited wide awake, wondering what my next move should be. Finally, deciding that I should again consult with the boys, I swung my leg over the edge of the bed, but immediately had to swing them back again as Big Ma re-entered the room. She passed the bed and pulled a straight-back chair up to the window, parting the curtains so the blackness of the night mixed with the blackness of the room. She sat down without a sound. I heard the door to the boys' room open and close, and I knew that Mama had gone in. I waited for the sound of the door opening again, but it did not come. Soon the chill of the cotton sheets beneath me began to fade as Big Ma's presence lulled me into security. I did not really feel. I fell asleep. When I woke, it was still nightly dark. Big Ma, I called. Big Ma, you there? But there was no reply from the chair by the window. Thinking that Big Ma had fallen asleep, I climbed from the bed and felt my way to her chair. She wasn't there. Outside, an owl hooted into the night. Quiet now, except for the drip of water falling from the roof. I stood transfixed. Good vocabulary word. By the chair, afraid to move. Then I heard a noise on the porch. I could not control my trembling. Again the noise, this time close to the door. It occurred to me that it was probably the boys coming to confirm me. No doubt, Mama had left them alone too. Laughing silently at myself, I hurried onto the porch. "Stacy," I whispered. "Christopher John." There was a sudden movement near the end of the porch. I headed toward it, feeling along the wall of the house. "Lil man, hey y'all, stop fooling around and answer me." I crept precariously near the edge of the high porch, my eyes attempting to penetrate the blackness of the night. From below, a scratchy bristleness sprang upon me, and I lost my balance, and I tumbled with a thud into the muddy flower bed. I lay paralyzed with fear. Then a long, wet tongue licked my face. "Jason,"